As the mind suggests, it is an astonishing power residing in the soul. All thoughts arise from it. Apart from thoughts, there is no substance like the mind. Therefore, thoughts are the form of the mind. Besides thoughts, there is no separate existence of the world. When deep sleep occurs and no thoughts are present, the world also ceases to exist. In the states of wakefulness and dreaming, when thoughts arise, the world also manifests. Just as a spider weaves its own web and withdraws it, the mind reflects the world and then stabilizes it. When the mind comes outwardly, the world becomes apparent. When the form is not manifested and when the form is manifested, the world is not manifested. And when someone seeks the form of the mind disappears, and only the soul remains. That which is called the form is the soul itself. The existence of the mind is always dependent on some gross object. It cannot remain alone. It is the mind. It is called the subtle body or the individual self. And then further questions are asked to Maharshi Ramana. What is the path of inquiry to understand the form of the mind? Maharshi Ramana answers saying, that which arises in the body as I am, that is the mind. When one seeks to find out where the thought of I arises in the body, one comes to know that it arises in the heart. That is the source of the mind's arising. If one continuously thinks, I, one will reach that place. In all thoughts that arise in the mind, the thought of I is primary. Only after the thought of I arises does the second and third person pronouns manifest. Without the thought of the first person pronoun, the second or third persons cannot exist. As the mind suggests, it is an astonishing power residing in the soul. All thoughts arise from it. Apart from thoughts, there is no substance like the mind. Therefore, thoughts are the form of the mind. Besides thoughts, there is no separate existence of the world. When deep sleep occurs and no thoughts are present, the world also ceases to exist. In the states of wakefulness and dreaming, when thoughts arise, the world also manifests. Just as a spider weaves its own web and withdraws it, the mind reflects the world and then stabilizes it. When the mind comes outwardly, the world becomes apparent. When the form is not manifested, and when the form is manifested, the world is not manifested. And when someone seeks the form of the mind disappears, and only the soul remains. That which